Hey friends, welcome back. In today's video guide, we're going to cover aftermarket bezels and an aftermarket grill, and we're going to compare them to the factory original stuff and then test fitment. So hold on and we'll get going. So first thing we'll look for is to see how these were packed and if they received any damage in shipping. I got these from eBay, the parts place. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. So right there it has the brand on it. This is for the left side. Okay. Let me get the compare right to right and left to left. Okay, so just looking at. So this old bezel I had, I reinforced this. This is like maybe 10 or 15 years ago. I took a whole bunch of JB Weld and I filled all these voids, and it made it much stronger, because what would happen to these, the problem with these is they start to sag, and then in this case you could see it has chips at the top. So we'll set this one aside, and we'll just compare these so far. Okay, and then one of the other tests I want to make sure is that this light. So those holes look like they line up pretty good, right? That's because that's an original marker light, and good. So let me screw those in real quick. All right, so I got these screwed in, and there's really no adjustment. They just screw right in, and what I notice right away is that compared to the factory one, right? So it seems that this area over here is lower. In this case, yeah, so that's got a lot of room. Alright, well, let me do the other one and see if that's the truth for both sides. So got the other side in, and that it seems to be the same issue, that that top piece. So namely this top piece isn't long enough to hold in the light the way you would want. Yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment. So, okay, let's do the real test and see how they fit on the car. All right, so let me compare it to a factory one, and the main thing I'm looking for is that these two holes line up, and then you have two more, as you can see, when they're chipped, they really stand out as not looking good. So let's Okay, so one thing that looks like it was remedied from tightening down is this doesn't move as drastically. But overall, they look good. One thing that might affect your fitment too is if the condition of your header panel. There are plans for future header panels, or if there are some out there already, that's another thing that can affect the fitment. But you know, we don't have much choice anymore. I imagine these things are all made, you know, these bezels are all made in the same place. The GM ones were available probably last I knew, back in 2006, and they were actually relatively cheap. And I bought a set, and I wound up selling them years later for double my money. But in retrospect, you know, I should have just held on to them. But I was having limited storage and things like that at my house, so and I didn't have a nice car to use them on. So, well, let me get the other one bolted on, then we'll move over to the grill. All right, let's open up that grill. Oh, this is interesting. Look what I just noticed. It looks like the parts place. Yeah, so, see, the parts place. So this is from Classic Industries, and like I said, my suspicion that they're all made in the same place is at least confirmed there. Funny, they went through the trouble. Yeah, here's on the side. They go through the trouble of covering up the and the reason I got it from Classic Industries is actually there was a coupon code to bring it a little cheaper. So, I've got to hand it to the parts place. Alright, so looks pretty nice. Let's get the old one. Okay, they weigh similarly. Maybe an edge towards this one being slightly heavier, even though this has the Buick badge on it. So the reason I'm replacing this one is this this mounting is cracked. I did glue it and it holds, but I have some pretty good chipping right there. There was another one. There was another one missing. It's pretty worn along this edge. That's where it rubs against the bumper. And then I did a repair over here. Let's see how well that didn't really. I tried to do some plastic welding, and it looks like incompatibility with the material. So that really didn't take hold, and this is where the spring holds it in. So there's a lot of tension. So this one, I mean, I'm not going to throw it in the trash. It's probably good for a race car or something like that. One thing I could test for. So all those look good. So see how this emblem goes in. The emblem looks like it fits good, lined up all right. So all right, I guess we'll get this installed, see how it does. Okay, so let me show you a quick tip. So this is the Buick nameplate on the front of the grill, and see this has a little bit of wear in the paint. So I'll show you a quick trick. I got this paint. It's for wheel and tire. All right, so it sticks good, and it's you know, kind of weather resistant. So and I'm just gonna give it a quick blast across the face, but I'll do it in my okay. See, so I painted all black. You give it a couple of seconds to cool, to dry up a little bit. Then I'm gonna go like this, and got a nice clean. So, oh, I don't know if, dang it, you missed it. So what I did was I put a stripe of brake cleaner there, and then I wiped it down. Okay, so there we have it. We could look at the fitment's pretty good. I got the springs in back there, you could see. I don't have the rubber that goes from the bottom to the top. I leave that out usually anyway. So let me go over a few last things, and I'll just sign off. So something I noticed with the new grill is, see, in the factory, this was a two-piece, and the new design is a one-piece. I also ordered these, bunch of these from Classic Industries. These are for the bezels and the parking lamp frames on the front bumper. The ones I had were in sad shape, and these were a bargain price of like 99 cents each, which I tried looking elsewhere, but most of what they had were flat head, you know, T-head bottom, where you want this this oval, or I don't even know what they call it, oval tap, yeah. So so all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. Let me, the other thing I could show you if you're wondering where I got these LEDs, and I could put on the lights, so they give a nice distinctive. So there's one that could go in there, and then one that could go in the corner, and they look pretty good. They give off some good light, and so I got those off of Amazon. So that's about it. I'm not ready to do it. Those of you who've been following the project build, I am not quite ready to do the last episode. This car is probably 95% done, but there's a couple of things left I need to do. So, but how you digging those shaved front bumpers? I really like this. This is the first time I've done that on a car, so I like the clean look. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it, like, and subscribe, and comment with any kind of input or questions you got. I really appreciate it. Thank you.